Hello, Vallivue! It's that time of year when we start celebrating our graduating seniors. But 2024 is not just any year. It's the 60-year anniversary of Vallivue's first ever graduating class. Before our vibrant district came to life, this area was dotted with 13 quaint elementary schoolhouses. When it was time to attend high school, students had to attend either Caldwell High School or Nampa High School. But in the early 60s, the farmers and families in our neck of the woods had a dream to start a new district and build a high school close to home. So the voters approved a bond to build Vallivue High School and graduated its first class of 73 seniors in 1964. Well, we have a special treat for you, an interview with Gary Ward, a proud member of Vallivue's inaugural senior class. Get ready to hear tales from a time when gas was just 30 cents a gallon and a pair of prom tickets for a pair of high school sweethearts was a mere $1.50. When you look back, rewinding 60 years, what do you remember? What stands out in your mind?
Well, the head football coach was named Dick Stickle and was a wonderful man. He came to my house and talked to me about playing football. I'd say he's the main influence, was Dick.
In what way? How did he influence you?
Oh, I don't know. He just sold me on himself, his program, the chance to start something new, a new tradition. Mm-hmm. You know, everything was new, and that's what everybody kept saying. You know, be part of a new tradition. And I decided to jump on that bandwagon, and I'm glad I did.
Not only were you the first person in Vallivue School District history to score the first touchdown, you were also the first person to be voted a category in the senior superlative. In other words, you were the most blank. Do you remember what you were voted as the most as?
No, I don't.
You were the most handsome. When you got the yearbook and it was published and you opened it up and you saw that you were most handsome, did Gary think to himself, yeah, that sounds about right? Or was it like, oh no?
Well, kind of both. Not all right. The thing was, my girlfriend was voted the female.
Oh, that's your girlfriend.
Yeah, what's the term they have there for
the most attractive senior superlative?
Like
yeah.
So the girl I was dating at the time, yeah, she was, and that's the thing that impressed me the most. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a good deal. See, I lived in town most of my life, and then we moved out into the rural area when I was a sophomore. And I had a car, and I was always going around going places. And I would try to, after football practice, I'd talk to some of the guys and say, hey, let's go out and get a Coke and some fries or something. No, I got to go home and do chores. Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah. And then
what kind of chores? Like working on the farm?
Yeah, a lot of these kids, they just had chores to do morning and night. If I talked them into going out somewhere, well, I got to get home because I got to get up at 5 and do chores.
Wow.
And that work ethic, that made a big impression.
Right.
Because I wasn't used to that. And that's the kind of guys they were. They were just hardworking, dedicated, maybe not very good football players, but mm-hmm. they were strong in their own way. When I started teaching in 1969, I would guess 4 out of 5 of my students lived on a farm. And maybe, not very many lived in subdivisions at that time. There just weren't very many in the school district itself. And naturally, as time progressed, that changed. But this was a farming school district for many, many years. And then I got the job as the head track coach.
Let me read some of those stats about your career as a cross-country coach for boys and girls in the Vallivue School District. I have it right here. Your boys cross-country teams placed in the top 5 of the state meet 21 of the 29 years, and you won 4 state championships. Your girls cross-country teams placed in the top 5 11 of the 15 years with 1 state championship. And they also won a total of 21 district championships and 28 conference championships. That's a pretty stellar record as a coach that's a legacy, that's what that is. So what is the secret to building that kind of legacy?
I ran their butts off. Mm-hmm. No, I worked them hard. I'm not sure there was another school around here that trained as hard as we did.
Mm-hmm.
And they were willing to do the work, and they got the reward.
Do you think it goes back to that farmer's work ethic?
I think a lot of it does.
What part of Valley View's identity would you hope we hold on to as a community?
I think the old rural standards, the farm community culture, and the traditions and things. We all see it gradually slipping away because of growth, but that is something I'd like to see them try to continue to have. And I think they are trying to do that.
Well, Mr. Ward, it means the world that you would come and sit down and have a little interview about your memories. So thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you asking.
We've come a long way since 1964. Fast forward 60 years, and here we are, a thriving district with 13 schools, more than 10,000 students, and over 600 graduating seniors. We hope you enjoyed the blast from the past, and congratulations to the class of 2024.